Finally, Martha was in university. All grown up and grown up. Triple threat brains, body, and beauty. Unlike her young pimpled version in secondary, Martha was now a light-skinned, slim, thick tertiary cutie. Excited about the new world of freedom and fun that would also be a little stressful. But Martha didn't care, because she was a big girl now. Getting to a hostel at 22, the joy of having no curfew. One bright afternoon, Martha heard a knock on the door, unexpecting that this knock would be the rock that would make her stumble into love's fall. And as she opened the door, brown-skinned, bearded, handsome was standing tall. And at this point, everyone else said her name the same, but there was something about the way he said, "Hey, Martha." And dashing Harry only had a few things to say. "Martha, I've been seeing you around. Let's be friends. Start out slow. I like to get to know you behind your glow." And with the exchange of 10 lucky numbers marked the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Friends first, talking through the small talk of favorite colors and favorite foods, movies and what things stirred up her moods. Listening to his voice note once was not enough. 10 minutes of talk turned to 20 and then 30. Martha was falling in love slowly. One day, Martha was moving into another hostel, and as usual, helpful friend Harry was ready. And in an hour, they had finished carrying all her stuff, and as they were having their usual hug goodbye, this time, Harry held a bit tighter. The sigh of his breath on her neck, Martha's feet became lighter. Her heart was now racing. Her palms were sweating. Her knees were shaking. As she moved her head back to see, his eyes, she was trapped in ecstasy, and with complete accuracy, Harry initiated the moment of bliss. Just friends finally had their first kiss. And unlike those 3-month-long one-night stands, this one gradually grew. It was a relationship destined to stand. Now Bay and Boo, feeling fresh and new, both Adventists, she would fall in love watching him sing during the evening service on Fridays. And he'd always pick her up and they'd walk to church holding hands on Saturdays. This didn't feel like just a phase. Martha's romantic heart was set ablaze. And sometimes they'd have little quarrels and fights that would get their love a little distracted, but they were magnets. North Pole and South Pole, when they saw each other, they'd once again get attracted. They were both attractive. The Zambian version, Riss and Kwan, power couple vibes. At a single glance, you could tell that Bay and Boo were having fun. But just like the way it gradually grew slow and clear, from friends into love, the whole sequence began to reverse engineer. 30 minutes of talk went down to 20 and then 10. Listening to his voice note once was more than enough because the whole thing would just drive her insane. And during the holidays, Harry said he was feeling less in love and less connected. But Martha stayed hopeful that when they got back in school together, maybe their magnetic effect would still attract. But unfortunately, one Monday night, at exactly 22 hours, Harry said the words that have never ever made sense to Martha. "It's not you, it's me. I mean, I want to give you the whole world, but it just feels like I'm not giving you enough. I mean, I need to work on myself, but it just doesn't feel like I'm enough for you. I mean, you need someone who will treat you like a queen. I mean, you need someone who will treat you better. Maybe we can try again later." Martha was perplexed and confused because he had never done anything to hurt her. And now, what was once the blessing of being in the same place together started feeling like a curse because Martha never wanted to see him ever. She hated the sight of seeing him sing during the evening service on Fridays. She never walked the roads they used to walk together on Saturdays. And he seemed to have moved on quick and easy, while for Martha, moving on felt like insanity. Like, to do so, she had to master some superhuman ability. And the words, "not enough," began to get imprinted on her mind. Maybe she wasn't pretty enough. Maybe she wasn't light-skinned enough. Maybe she wasn't thick enough. Maybe she didn't love him enough. Maybe she didn't kiss him enough. Maybe from the very beginning she was okay, but just never enough for him. But to all the Marthas out there, baby girl, from the very beginning you are always enough. May you never let a boyfriend measure the value of your worth. I know how he made it look so casual, hence the worst. But may you remember that even before he said it to you, you have always been beautiful. May you understand that those body curves are curved by the great architect who declared them wonderfully made, so don't you ever be afraid to sway them even right in front of his face. Baby girl, let me be candid. From the very moment you were born, you were declared valid. May you always remember that African chocolate skin tone is a tourist attraction, and if he no longer saw that, that's his own ignorant reaction. May it be stuck in your head that those hugs and kisses you gave him were as oven warm as you could make them. And just because he no longer appreciates them doesn't make them any less warmer. They are still red hot. It is not your fault that his heart may have just been a little too cold. So, may you always know that you are more precious than silver and gold. Because it is written in the Holy Scriptures that he who finds you finds a good thing. So don't you ever feel sorry for his incapability to handle a queen.